Blessings, everyone. This is Keleena. I just realized the beginning of this recording is starting at 11:11 a.m. my time. We're in such a powerful shift right now. I want to share something with you. My guides call illumination for elimination. I've been talking about this for years. It's a term my guides had given me to utilize when we go through these powerful shifts that are happening on the planet. So there is a lot of celestial things happening, and these energies are flowing in, these codes are flowing in. I don't know about any of you, but I have felt the plasma, the waves of plasma just like rippling through my body. And what I am being shown at the same time in my third eye, at the same time I'm experiencing it, is what I'm explaining to you. These plasmic, they're like liquid light codes coming in. But we're feeling this, and everybody, I'm going to say this because I say this every single time, everyone is in a different space and place in their process. So you cannot compare what you're experiencing and going through to someone else's. Everyone on this planet has changed since January. Everyone. It doesn't matter who you are, because you've either changed inside for outside, or you've changed inside at the cell level. The only thing that holds you back from knowing that you have is your ego getting in the way, going, I haven't changed, nothing happened to me, because people are expecting to see a change. Okay, yes, you're changing cosmically. You're changing, you are illuminating even more. And again, I'm going to say it, it's elimination for illumination. So all of what is happening to you, it's to help to eliminate the parts of you, the belief systems, the patterns, the programs that don't serve you anymore, because you are divine intelligence. You are becoming the divine human, which is what my guides have been calling me for a while, that you're a divine, crystalline, high frequency divine human. And they use the word for humanity to know as shapeshifter, but that's not a bad thing. That's the high frequency angelic ones. We are like the ones that are, all of us are angelic beings. So if you don't like the word shapeshifter, then change it to, I don't like the word morphing, but it's an illumination. We become what we're becoming. And I've got this written in my book that I'm working on, is what my guides have written through me, is that when this is shifting and changing, and when you see in the photos of me where I'm see-through, it's because I am becoming part of the quantum field. And that quantum field is the illumination and the light and the love of source. So this is, the quantum reality. Science and spirituality are all one. There is no separation. So this is all happening right now. The scientific codes of light, the geometries, all that stuff that they connect to mathematics and science, quantum, all of those things. Those are words that will put it into a category on the earth of science, because that's how humanity has labeled it. But in reality, it's the illumination of your spiritual self. It's the awakening of your spiritual self at these higher levels. It's new awakenings. This is all happening now. So it's amazing. One of the things I want to touch on is, probably about 6 months ago, I was having a conversation with one of my Patreon members who does astrology on the side. And we were talking about, she had brought forth and showed me the Saturn coming into Aries and Neptune, and how it was going to be in there. And she was saying how she's a student, but she's also doing some on the side. She's like, I'm not sure what this is going to bring. But I have been seeing for months, since probably the end of December, zeros and ones, zeros and ones, zeros and ones. I have screenshots of them every day. And to me, that is the reset. So you're having the reset within you and outside of you. And the other thing that I have talked to the sisters that I work with, and I don't know if I mentioned this part on my Patreon, but how Aries is, and I do read about astrology. I have a book on astrology, so that I have the basics of it, and I've been reading it since I was very young. But Aries is the I am in the light side. The shadow side is the shadow side of Aries is the one where it's all about me. That's the That's the person that's in the old program, that is in service to self, in the greed way, in that, they're saying the word faction. I'm not sure what faction means, but they're saying in that faction, in that paradigm. Thank you. In that paradigm. So the light side of the Aries, because remember there's a polarity in each sign, the light side of the Aries is their I am presence, your God presence, who you are. So with this reset, is everything comes to, when something comes to a zero, right? It's a reset. That's a God code. And zero and ones, those are God codes. Those are zeros. Those are reset into something new. Zero is reset. One is new beginnings. And when you understand the numerology, also helps in all of the different things that's going on in your life. So, you know, each time that there's a one in a chart, there's a one in the month, there's, you know, maybe you're seeing 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. This means you're going through something that is resetting in your life. So pay attention to that. So because Aries is, I am doing a lot of channeling right now, but I'm also a lot of stuff that I'm experiencing through the year that I'm sorry, it's just flowing. I have to breathe and slow down. I'm just going to ask my guides to slow me down a little bit. So the with Aries being the I am, and that considered the first sign in the zodiac, we are going, and Neptune comes in, and Neptune is the dreaminess, right? It's the dreams, it's the, you know, it's the celestial being I've seen with the, I used to call it a pitchfork. I'm like, why are you carrying pitchfork? Because they show themselves to me, and it's not a pitchfork, it's a what do you call that thing? Y'all know what I'm talking about. That's Keleena. I live in the moment. So anyways, that's the dreaminess. So if you feel into this, the dreaminess of Neptune, and Saturn's here, Saturn represents Chronos, time, right? What new dreams are you bringing into your reality? What are you birthing new in this time right now for yourself, but in your light self, in your alignment to who you are, in your service for Gaia, in your service on Gaia for humanity? This is what I get from that, and that's my channeling and information that I flow through. I am not an astrologer, so they will have the details of all of you in your charts, or the details of what it means for globally. But for me, the information came through that I was like, ah. And that's why I keep getting that this year, everyone is changing. You're changing at the cell level, you're changing at your consciousness level, and everyone has changed since January. You cannot say you haven't. The only people that will say they haven't are the ones that are still very 3D, non-awakened, or the people that are, what do we say? They're not aligned with their own knowingness yet, and they're energetic with their energetic body, with their they have not fully illuminated their conscious awareness and feeling yet. They haven't really dropped into that sacred heart to understand how to utilize the physical body, because the physical body is a tool. And this is what I teach in sessions and on Patreon and all that stuff. I some of it's on my YouTube here as well. But we are in this time right now where we are being leveled up. And it's going to continue through the year. So as long as you're open to receive the shift and changes, and you're not fighting it in any way, because maybe you think that the things that you're feeling aren't so nice. Like I said, this is illumination for elimination, so that you can release from the identity of who you used to be. You're letting go of the identity of used to be. I know someone wrote on one of my posts, you're not letting go of anything, but you are. This is a term, so please don't put anything negative on my comments below, please. Only high frequency, high vibe comments on here, because that's what Keleena is. This is all about love. We are moving into this higher vibration. The divine feminine are actually the leaders of this ascension process. It is the return of this with this Aquarian age. And this is what I've been teaching for as long as I've been doing this, it's the divine feminine are leaving this, and also the men that are allowing the activation of the divine feminine within them to come online to bring that balance within them. They're helping to restore the earth as well with what we would call, I have a card that's called the new man, which is the divine masculine, the one who's in their heart, the one who's in love, the one who is patience and holding that space for the divine feminine to rise. So this age, I've said this before, it's this Aquarian age that in this movement that we're in is about independence. It's about interdependence in relationships. There's no more of the old program of relationships. It's you being interdependent within the relationship. It's complete trust. So if you're one of those people that always has to be spying on your partner or trying to get into their phone or something, you're so 3D, it's not funny. You've got to step away from that. You've got to be aligned with your true self to actually allow all of the changes to occur. Those of you that are trying to get in and see what someone else is doing, remember that's a reflection of you, because everything on this earth, everyone on this earth is a reflection of us. Everything, every tree, the ocean, everything, even a piece of sand. You hold something in your hand and you feel the beauty and the essence of it, the soul essence. And we all have our own soul essence. It's our signature on this planet, and it's our illumination, and it's our frequency, and everyone has their own. And in my book, I'm writing about this. I'm writing about how we are on earth and how we keep the earth in a specific tone. And that is through us. And that is why we came back to help. It's one of the reasons we came back to help. We are here to raise the vibrations and frequency within ourselves, to help the illumination of the planet as well, and to assist in, as pillars of light, and I've been talking about that for 10 plus years as well, that through our bodies, we are these conduits. We are energy centers, our electrical systems, we are magnets, we are all things. So please know that as you are going through this process, everything within you and outside of you is changing when you allow and accept all that you are through all that you've been. Everything happens for you, and everything that is within you is being, what they're showing me is the cells lighting up even more, illuminated even more. And like when I do activations and codes, it illuminates, it goes through the DNA at the cell level, and it illuminates it, like literally like a lightning bolt is what they showed. It hits the cell, and the cell starts to illuminate. It starts to push to the surface the shadow parts of whatever you're holding on to from either previous lifetimes or this lifetime. I need to breathe. So I know there's a lot of information I'm putting in here. We have a lot we are going to go through for June, but it's going to be an activating month. It's going to be a month of shifts and changes. It's going to continue. This whole year is going to continue this change. And you have to, in your alignment, allow yourself to receive the change and to feel everything. Allow yourself to become who you are. You are moving into authenticity. That's why I walked in on the planet as the authentic being that I am, with all the abilities that I have that are just amazing. You are moving into this. You are going to have your abilities coming online. And as I said, for everyone, it's a different time. No one is in the same space or place in their ascension process. And I've said this many times for years. I've always said this because this is what my guides said to me, the masters have said to me, and the angelics, is that not one person has had the same experience on this planet ever than the person standing next to them in any lifetime. Because remember, we are giving that information back to source as we are going through the experiences that we've asked for. So if everyone asked for the same experience, we wouldn't be here. Source would be done with all I had to learn. So allow yourself to have your experience. Judge no one else's experience, but know that you're in charge of your beliefs. You're in charge of seeing your patterns. You're in charge of allowing the illumination to happen. And when I say in charge, it means you have the ability to align and live from God's divine will. And I did a webinar on that. It's on my website. I take you through everything to activate this and take you through how to do that. And gosh, that was a couple months ago. But it's the power within you. Once you know who you are, you're like an embellished, beautiful... They're literally showing me a lit Christmas tree. Remember, we are that Christ consciousness, that whole illuminated Christmas tree has to do with illumination of the Christed being that you are, the Christed essence that you are. And then when I did research way back, I'm going to touch on this really quick because I talked about it on my Patreon. When I did, it's all in my storage. This was years ago, years and years ago, when my kids, when I was still married. The Christos is it's an oil that is released within us. Okay, as we, you know how I always do this in my, this is just part of what happens in my light language. This happens. I have no control over the activations and stuff that go like this. At that high frequency, everything just flows. But when I go with like this is either two things. This is the illumination of the Kundalini as it's rising. This is showing that, and it's also the DNA being activated. So when you see me doing that, that's what that is. And I kept asking my guides, this is so pretty, what is it? They're like, so please know that we are going to continue this process and moving into the higher frequency of all that you are, and allowing the space and place that you choose to be is ultimately up to you. It is ultimately up to you when you know how to allow it to happen. So, June's going to be amazing. Maku'a na maniana anakia na karashta shu. Okay, I am back, everyone. I had so much energy coming in. Today I'm recording this. It is the, oh, I should check. I don't know the date. All I know is that it's amazing what's going on. Oh, today's May 29th when I'm recording this. So I want to let you know that because I have so much going on, and in the body, feeling so much in the body, and just the elevation and the illumination of everything that's happening is just wow. From what I'm seeing, I needed to go get water, but I also had to go outside and I had to get on Gaia. I literally had to go lay on her because I was going in like an hyperspeed or something. I was like, okay, I gotta slow down, I gotta slow down. So I've got my ginger lemon water. There we go. So the other thing I want to do is I want to remind all of you that my 20-year countdown that came to the through the 20 years, 2004 to 2024 was like the ending of a cycle. And we're moving into this huge transformation right now, 2025 and forward. But this year is continuing this massive amounts of incoming of light. Okay, it comes through the sun and it's been pulsing this for a long time. I remember in 2017 it was really intense in 2017. It's doing it again, but there's more light this time, so it's not something that's new. It is something that has been happening. But what I want to say is also I'm like so high all of a sudden. That this, you can call it a reset, you can call it a new beginning, you can call it spiritual reset, earth reset, you can call it so many different things. All I know is I've been shown zeros and ones and zeros and ones for months and months, and so I knew this was coming. And here we are in this space and place in our reality where you have the choice now. And what I'm talking about with the choice is, which direction are you going to go? I've been saying this for the last couple months, that, you know, your cosmic bodies are coming online, and it is happening. There's so many people that are recognizing their cosmic self. They're recognizing their star family energy, where they're from. They're like all of a sudden starting to get downloads from certain star systems. So this is how it happens. And so congratulations to all those that it's been happening to. And remember that not everyone is in the same place and space as others. So it could be happening to you here, it could be happening to you in a couple more months. So don't be going, oh, that Keleena, she didn't tell the truth, because I am telling the truth. I get the downloads from source and then I share them. So with this said, this energy and frequency, there's what I see this illumination also is, there's a lot of people talking about, because I'm like literally in Lemuria here in Kauai now. There's people talking about, oh, I don't want to be in the old Atlantis. And then there's people saying, you know, I'm moving into Lemuria. And so let's do this. We are in the middle of new creation. That's what we're here for. Let's create this newness within the self, because remember, you are the new earth. The new earth is within you and outside of you. So if the Lemurian frequency is what you love, the dolphins and the whales, the celestials, the angels of Lemuria, then focus on that. Because remember, where you place your attention, where your attention goes, your energy flows. And it's, for me, the memories of Lemuria and the activations and the codes that have come online with me are absolutely beautiful. It was a civilization and a time of just, I want to say, purity and wholeness and love and magic, you know, alchemy, magic, same word, and honor and respect towards one another. It was a balance of feminine and masculine. And that is what you're here to attain in your enlightenment, in your awakening. Okay? It is to move into that. And when you move into that, the earth moves into that, right? Remember, because you are the collective consciousness. So in this space and place and in this reality, what do you choose? Remember, I know people, I saw someone sent me a video and said the earth is splitting, and I was like, it's just a tagline. They're all like that. So even if you're not talking about that or saying that, what it means is the consciousness of humanity is shifting. There will be those that continue to go more towards the third dimensional reality, and they'll be more dubbed in, I want to say, the AI and technology stuff that, I don't want to say it in the wrong way, but it kind of uses people. And then there's the ones that are going to be more of the fifth dimensional consciousness, like we are, where our bodies, the crystals within our body and our crystalline bodies are the heightened sensitivity in our alignment to a crystalline self and to our Christos, our oils flowing through us, and our Christed consciousness. And those of us that are in this and in this elevated space and place is the fifth dimensional consciousness. And these beings that are higher dimensions than just a third dimensional person. Those are the who we are that comes online. That's like when I walked in and they're like, Keleena, you're not this third dimensional being. You're this, but you're utilizing the body now. And I had to integrate. So that's what you're doing. That's what you're going through. So things have to be delivered to you in pieces, in pockets. Like when I go, that comes through in the information, it's a lot of information of codes coming in to deliver through your DNA at the cell level so that you can go through this in ease and grace, rather than ending up being cosmic combustion in the body. Because you won't be able to do it all at once. So anyways, I also want to say this. I have a Lemurian light portal activating and initiating and illuminating webinar coming on Sunday, the 1st of June. I'll try and put the link below. I think it's in the post. It's on my website. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be high frequency, and it is going to be luscious and beautiful. And so if you want to join me, I'll see you there on Sunday. You have to register for that. So, all right, I'm going to do the activations now. I'm going to have another drink of water here, and so I hear you. My guides are reminding me about the earth. They're showing me the earth. I pulled a card, and I pulled 2 cards, and there was the card that says earth and water, and then there was another card that was fire transmission. No, it was earth and, sorry, it was fire and water, and then fire. So the fire and water card that came up, this is what I wanted to say, and then the fire card, the other one had a phoenix on it. So, you know, the burning away of the old, what does not serve you. Fire is the end all of end alls, and so we remove things with the fire. Literally brings everything to a halt. But the other card that was fire and water, as soon as I held it, I'm feeling it in my hand again. As soon as I held that card in my hand, I felt in my body the rushing of liquid. I felt the fire flowing. So remember, our body is our Gaia's body. We are connected to Gaia. When you become one with Gaia, you will understand what I try to explain with my body. I feel everything in my body. So the floods are going to continue, the fires are going to continue, the tornadoes, the hurricanes, the tsunamis, earthquakes, everything's going to continue because Gaia is shifting. If everything's tilting and shifting, and remember, we're in cycles. Gaia is in cycles. Everything is in cycles. You live in cycles. The planets live in cycles. The civilizations were cycles. And now it's time for us to create this new thing and kind of like break free from the cycle and end like the program of it and move into the original blueprint of what it was supposed to be, in love and peace, in a place where you can see how you learn how to create, and where magic, alchemy is done, and frequency, how you hold your frequency in the highest light and the highest love. So with that said, let's go ahead and do the codes. Okay. Woo, what a powerful message today. I'm going to pop my webinar photo up on here so you can see it, because it's a beautiful picture of the background where I was at the ocean. All right, everybody, hands, palms facing up on your lap, be open and ready to receive. It's still going into that over cosmic hyperdrive. Kapua namiana, nachana karashtantera makiani. There's going to be many light languages coming through. Do not judge the light language. Some of them literally will mix, they come together. Because they activate, for some of you, you have many points of origin from the star systems, so you will feel it, you'll feel it, it goes through the DNA at the cell level. So receive it in love and open heart and joy, okay? Everybody, I now align and drop into my divine sacred heart. Go ahead and say that. And I want you to place an intention for what you want to receive with these healing codes, activation codes, these alignment codes. Take a deep breath. ni. Ampananatanya sutamiate, liashakotopu, liahotokotoyau, kikianashu manahwane. Shakwata Mariana Ananakia, Nakunakutu Ushta, hui. Release. Allow the dragons. Shantanashtura, Mahaya Kiandana, Omu Ama. Clear, release, transform. Shahanamakwa, Namai. Amor. Metantiaros to Kuradan Kata. Miki Kata. Those are your elementals. Bringing joy. Oh, they're showing me the sea dragons in my third eye. The sea dragons are going to be making their appearance in the webinar for the first time, so we will see what happens. I'm excited. Ako at Makariana Krashna Sandakra the Urinane in Marahana Okay, those codes. Many times they're pockets of information, other times they are pockets of different frequencies that go after where you may have blockages occurring. And what happens with those frequencies is they help to penetrate and then release them really quick. So for those of you that complain or call it like something evil, it's not. I think you just need to take a look at yourself and step back and understand the truth of what a healing voice is. My guides have called my voice a healing voice for a long time. I never really called it that until recently because I never really understood it. So if you receive with open heart, you receive the change and transformation. My voice and the sounds and the activations that come through have literally transformed thousands of people's lives. And I am not joking. I've got emails, I've got testimonials. It's amazing what happens, and I bring it through and deliver it to you. You receive it in the Sacred Heart, and then you go through it, so you do that inner work. I'm not the one doing the inner work, you are. I'm just delivering the codes and the frequencies and the vibration, which is what's helping you to realign with your true self. release. Atere kikiapa uta maya. Thank you. All right, my guides have said we are complete with the activations. Amor. Andromeda. Massa. We are one. Tashkiapo Kurashtiana Nakut Enemiriana Amor. Okay, everybody, take a deep, deep breath. Deep breath, feeling that breath coming back into your body. Come back into your body. I'm super high. Come back into the body. And again, the codes of light are not connected to linear time. You can listen to them as often as you want, because each time you may receive something different from it, because at some point you may not have been ready for part of it. So all of them can be utilized many times. Every video I have that has activations, you can go back and listen to them. And it's really, really shifting and really powerful. So I hope that you enjoy them. Here's the other card that I did pull. This is outdoors. It is a time now for everyone to be outside, whether it is cold out, raining out, snowing out, whatever. If there's lightning, of course, you're going to want to step back from that. But connecting with Mother Gaia, connecting with nature, it's so important right now, because I have a part from my book 347. I have a part from my book that I have on here that has to do with Mother that I wrote. Oh, maybe it's not on here. Yeah. So I just channeled it last night. It's going in my book. When one is aligned with their sacred mind and sacred heart, they come into a place of balance, spiritually and intellectually. It is here that we are able to expand our perceptions of that which is invisible and that which is visible. So people wonder why Keleena is disappearing in photos. It is because I'm becoming part of the quantum field, because my frequency is so high, and the love and the light. That's why that's happening. So when we change our resonance and our heart coherence, it allows us to expand into our higher frequencies and the realities that are beyond 3D. So that's why we have these experiences that are happening now. But a lot of this comes when we literally become one with Gaia. And that is what I do in my events when I'm doing the really deep immersive work, or doing one-on-one private retreats with people. It's really powerful once you've taken your power back, and then you know who you are, and you reconnect with who you are here below, above and below. Everything starts to come together, and you start to understand the powers that you have, who you are, your authentic self comes online, your language of light will come online, and because everybody has their own. It's your soul essence, it's your soul frequency, it's our music of our soul. So I know it's a long video today. I'm going to leave it here. But I felt like it's such a powerful month, even though it's going to be a transformational month in different ways where people may be nervous about things that might be going on in the 3D world. Remember what I just said there? That's the part from my book. Remember to be in your heart coherence, illuminating yourself, and I will help you with that on June 1st in my webinar. I'm going to get you there, and if you want to join that, it's only $44, but it'll be recorded and you'll have 30 days to actually listen to it. But we are in such a magical time right now, and it's going to be such a blessing to see so much of humanity in the same space and place, generating the high frequency of love and utilizing magic and manifestation. That's what we're here for. That's what you came for. You came how to learn energy. You came how to learn how to, and they use the word manipulate. It's my guides always said, you manipulate it by bringing it into the higher frequency, by bringing it into higher. Remember, everything is consciousness. Everything is God consciousness. So wouldn't energy be too? So bringing it into that higher consciousness, that God consciousness, by taking yourself out of that lower. And you can do it. All right, my beautiful beings of light, beautiful souls, I love you. There is a lot coming, a lot of transformation on Earth. So no matter where you are in the world, keep yourself safe and ready at all times for anything that might happen. And that's not in a negative way. That's in a positive way, because everything that's happening is positive. All right? I love you. Many blessings. Kakuria mañana aquí. Eternal love, eternal light, eternal life. Maya kita, Maya art.